million wonderful stories of people. They were so happy when I said that I was doing this podcast.
Very well liked.
People that hadn't seen you in many years. A lot of kids. Some people said they hadn't seen you since they were in that school.
Yep.
They just remember, Mr. Kelleher, Mr. Kelleher, and they're very excited about it.
Yeah, I had quite a few people say, "Hi, Mr. Kelleher," when I'm in my car in the parade.
Yes, yep, that's right. You just went by in the parade this year. I got some nice pictures of you.
Yep. So that's always a nice feeling.
Yes.
Well, we're lucky to have you still around, and especially with the history and the fact that you share the history and have been sharing the history, because there's not people like you. It doesn't get passed down to more people.
So if we were to do a slideshow,
yes,
I basically just need a place to set up, which I have room here, but I don't really have chairs. So we'll figure that part out. About how long would the show, the presentation be?
You mean my slideshow?
Yeah, the slideshow presentation with you kind of telling the story of the pictures.
Right. It depends on the audience.
Yep.
If they bombard me with questions, which is fine, then of course it goes longer.
Yeah. So, because I'd really like to set that up.
Okay.
I just need to meet with a few people on a nice space to do this in.
I just have to find it. So give me some chance to find it.
Well, you can start looking.
I know it's under the bed, but I think I gave it to.
But if they have it, I'm sure they'd be more than happy to have you do that. But I'm going to ask around at some different places we have, even maybe the Legion or something, that we can set something up and get a nice screen and get that presentation going. Because once these stories are gone,
that's what I
tell people. We want to hear them, and like I said, just hearing the streets. Why this is Bullock's Point? Why Willard Avenue? These are really
the maze with all presidents'
tell you how many people I'm younger than Bill. But how many people?
Not by much,
not by much, but will call me and say, "What was that before that was that?" And what was because I know you remember all this, and I'm like, I only remember so much stuff, and I've only heard so much stuff. So every story is worth its value because you get to remember, and then I tell people, and they remember.
And the pictures of St. Brendan's that you had, the original St. Brendan's burned down. And Alhambra. I've had, because I have the postcards
and a picture of it burning too. That's a
goodness,
that's a real good one.
I remember the hotel that they moved all by piece, remember, and then they put it on the ferry and moved it over to, what was it, Nantucket or something, and then it burned down after they put it back together. That was a great story.
Unbelievable.
All that work in time.
I suppose if you sat down and figured how many things burnt down.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, that's the other thing, they burned down fast because there was things burned down, that wood dried out, and once it went up, I saw all these hotels. I have Remick's has the books here, Bruce Remick there.
Yeah.
I have his books, The First 50 Years of Riverside. It shows all these hotels that were up and down the coast there, and all gone. And some of them, they said this lasted 6 months and it burned down.
Yep. It's just like Matuna Oyster Bar.
That one just.
They said that's unsafe.
Done a lot of stuff lately.
Yeah, it's a shame. Well, I really appreciate your time. And like I said, I'd love to set up a time that we can do the slideshow.
Okay.
We've got a nice place to set it up so we can all sit, even if it's in one of the libraries. I bet they're more than happy to do. They want to hear that stuff.
Riverside many times.
You did it at the Riverside Library?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, that would be a perfect
Weaver,
place.
too.
Yeah, because there's enough seats in there and stuff like that. So let us put that together. We have your blessing to pick, and then you can pick a time and day, and we'll start inviting people. We'll make it a nice event. I had mentioned this too. I'd like to do it with the Cerowics too, because they have that Crescent Park story with their presentation slideshow. Love to do a whole Riverside night, get you all together. Get Mr. Howe to come in here.
We had Don Gregory.
Don Gregory.
Who has a huge amount of memorabilia from.
Who's Don
Gregory? He lives right over here on what's your favorite street, Dartmouth.
Dartmouth, I love that.
Because of all the houses don't look all like your house.
They
don't look like your home.
Beautiful houses.
He came in with tons of postcards from the 1800s and early 1900s and other
a wealth of knowledge from not just Crescent Park, from Silver
pictures
Spring,
of the trolley coming down Pawtucket Avenue in front of the old Wampanoag Diner area, just all those things. And
just getting some of you guys together just to talk. It's great too.
And I'd like to put the round table together and just like let the stories just
let you argue with each other over facts. Somebody's going to be wrong about something.
They got the Kenites.
But like I said, before I close, is anybody you want to say hello to? Anybody? Because everybody's going to watch this. I'm telling you, everybody.
All my kids.
All everybody,
right? Oldham,
your
Union,
teachers,
Thompson, Kenites. Francis, Silver Spring,
Even those Massachusetts, we might have Massachusetts.
Even those Attleboro.
Allen's Avenue,
Yeah.
one in North Attleboro.
Yeah.
That was a nice
Well,
day.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're
so
welcome. My
much.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Have a wonderful day and good morning, Riverside.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Riverside.
Riverside.
Peace.
That was nice, guys.